Black, red and gold, the colours of the German flag, celebrated by a party that has wrapped itself in it. The AfD are the rising insurgents of German politics, shunned by the political establishment, but not by an increasing number of voters. Led by Alice Weidel, an openly gay former Goldman Sachs banker and now the darling of the populist hard right.
Burkas, Kopftuchmädchen und alimentierte Messermänner.
Burkas, girls with headscarves, men with knives on benefits, and other lowlifes won't bring prosperity to Germany, she told the Bundestag. With their anti-woke and anti-immigration rhetoric, their merch and their unashamed German nationalism, they're all about making Germany great again. But that's not the only inspiration they're getting from Trump land.
So you're doing the right thing, is what I'm saying.
Enter Elon Musk, their supersized friend from the other side of the ocean, who's trying his very best to promote the AfD and Weidel as the future of Germany. He hosted her on X, and she was the only German party leader who spent quality time with Vice President Vance in Munich last week. Elon Musk, he's called your party the only hope for Germany.
He's damn right.
So can you foresee a day when your party leader, Alice Weidel, actually becomes the chancellor of Germany?
Absolutely, and that's going to be rather sooner than later.
Not so fast, and more from her later. But the man most likely to get the top job is Friedrich Merz, the head of the Christian Democrats, Angela Merkel's old party. Remember her? Crucially, he's moved his party to the right, driven by the AfD, by the issue of immigration, but also by events like this. An attack in Munich last week in which a failed Afghan asylum seeker drove his car into a crowd, killing a mother and child. It was the third attack in 3 months, and another reason for the AfD to push its agenda for mass deportation, or what they call remigration.
Muslim migrants. We have a problem with them, and they are changing our way of living.
This is a multicultural society, whether you like it or not. That's what it's become over the years. How will you reverse that without forcibly removing hundreds of thousands of people?
We will remove hundreds of thousands of people. We expect them to leave on their own.
Well, they may not want to leave. This is their home now.
No, it's not. They came here applying for asylum because there was a war in their home country. When the war is over, they have to leave. And if they don't leave deliberately, on voluntary basis, we have to force them out. Yeah.
This is the temporary home of some of the people the AfD wants removed by force if necessary. Tempelhof Airport in the heart of Berlin, a building that has witnessed the flux of German history. Built by Hitler, it then became the lifeline of West Berlin during the Cold War. In 2015, 3 of its giant hangars were opened as a refugee camp, proof of what the Germans used to call Willkommenskultur, or welcome culture.
That is meine Bed.
That's your bed. Jerry from Nigeria escaped political violence at home and has been busy learning German to get his asylum papers.
Das ist der Schrank? Ja, mein Schrank, wer meine Kleidung ist.
Your German is good, Jerry. You speak good Dutch.
I hope so.
His 3 roommates are all from Syria, and they're all increasingly afraid of being deported.
You feel unsafe of what is going on in the political arena now. Yeah. You feel, and you don't know when you are coming out. You have to be scared because you think everybody have the same mindset.
Yeah. Hello, you speak a bit of English?
Yeah.
Oh, good, excellent. You're from Albania?
Yeah.
Alketa has escaped gang violence with her 2 teenage children. What will happen to you back in Albania?
I don't know if I will be alive, and I am afraid for my children.
So if you had a message to the government here, if you could talk to them directly, what would you say?
I want to work to pay the German government, not to take from them.
You want to contribute, you want to work,
yes, of course.
You want to be part of the society.
Yes.
Sascha Langenbach, a veteran of the refugee system, represents a German mindset that is going out of fashion.
We need these young people. Yeah. I mean, if you look on the construction sites in Berlin, everywhere, people are not longer called by German names like Stefan or Andreas. They are called Mohammed, Ashraf, Mustafa, and they are working very hard, and we need these people.
And so the bigger point. Germany's old economic model, relying on American security, Russian energy and China's market, is broken. Replacement needed. Joining me now is Thomas Hallmann, an MP from his party. Thomas, it's good to see you. I mean, I just heard your party leader say that he knew America 40 years ago and he loved the country then, but the America of today is fundamentally different. How much of a problem will Donald Trump be for Chancellor Merz, assuming that he gets the job?
It will be a huge problem, as it is for the entire of Europe, and Merz doesn't have a chance to build a relationship with him. So we are in the middle of huge conflicts, specifically because of the Ukraine, but also about tariffs, and therefore it will be a huge problem.
And of course, one of the promises of Mr. Merz is that he will try and reboot the German economy, which is having enormous problems. You know, China is not buying your cars or washing machines. You haven't got possibly the American safety umbrella, and of course, no more cheap Russian energy. Is he able to do any of those things?
He will have some positive impact, but the circumstances in general in the world are open, and it will have an effect on the German economy, and I believe German voters will consider that.
What about the AfD? I mean, a lot of people have been talking about the AfD, including us. They have pushed some of Merz's agenda, especially on migration, further to the right. And is he going to live up to his promise never to do business with them in the Bundestag?
Me personally, I believe so. I hope it will stay for the next decade. I mean, you have in the UK the same problem. The Tories went further right, and the result is that Farage is going to win, and we should not
win
do the
something.
same.
Yes, we're not sure what he's going to win.
He leads the polls,
Right.
certainly, but it's a big danger for the Tories, and we would face the same danger if we would move too far right.
And Trump isn't helping, is he? I mean, you know, Elon Musk has been interfering in these elections, much to everyone's distress here. Well, not everyone's. I mean, the AfD loves it. I mean, how much of a headache is that for you?
It is a headache. It makes the AfD, which is an extreme right-wing party, more reliable in the eyes of some voters. So it is
More
a problem.
reliable. So you don't think there's a backlash against Musk's interference on behalf of the AfD?
Of those who hate the AfD, it even makes them assure them that they're against them. But in people who do consider voting for the AfD, it will certainly help them a little bit.
Finally, I mean, we're in a city which was kept alive by America during the Cold War, during the Berlin Air Bridge. How different are these times?
Very different. And if you would have talked to me 10 years ago, I would never had imagined that this will be the development.
You're losing sleep over this like everyone else?
Yeah, it is a big danger, and I have 4 kids, and I'm not sure how their life will be in 50 years.